Welcome back, Storm Chasers. The Dominator 3 is an endgame vehicle in Outbreak, and it honestly is one of the best in the game, obviously since it costs $1 million. We're going to go ahead and talk about all its features, everything you need to know about it, and what makes it such a great car in the field. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the Dominator 3 has a pretty steep price point. The main reason for that being is it's the endgame vehicle, since it can anchor to the ground and keep you safe in any situation. That is subject to change. I know that the real Dominator 3 can only really withstand EF3 wins. When Reed Timmer tried to take it as close as he could to an EF4, EF5, I know that he severely damaged, or I think it even removed the roof of the Dominator 3 from its foundation. So let's go ahead and talk about its main features in the garage. The main feature that makes it amazing is, of course, the anchor system. The armored glass protects you from hail 100%. It features a laptop. It has a large LED bar at the top that you can turn on via the menu. The mobile weather station gives you wind speed, and as well as a tornado antenna that can be turned on and off to let you know when a new tornado is warned or one lifts. The features is 116 max speed. Torque is 160, which is your climb elevation ability, and the fuel capacity sits around 74. Let's see some of that torque in action. So you start from 0 if you're off-roading, and I can only get this thing up to right around a max of 23 going in a straight line on flat plains off-road. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the menu, and I'm going to use the clock to get this as best as I can. So at right around 9:30, you got LED lights, 8:30 antenna, 6:30 you can anchor, 5:30 your headlights, 4:30 and 3:30 are your wipers, and then 11, 12, and 1 will be your indicators for your turn signals and hazard lights. Now, when it comes to anchoring your vehicle, you must be completely stopped. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate here. If you try to go ahead and anchor while you're driving even a little bit, it will not let you. It'll say vehicle must be stopped, and you will get that every single time that the vehicle isn't completely stopped. You must come to a full stop, and here I'm going to demonstrate actually how long you need to be stopped in order for it to actually work, because it takes about a second. So gonna go ahead and stop here. See, vehicle must be stopped. Come to a complete stop for a second, and then it'll plant down firmly. You can go ahead and do that once it finishes to go ahead and raise back up and continue driving. Now, performance on this car is pretty good. It brakes really well, I've found. Drifting, if you are a fan of drifting like I am, can take a little bit of practice since you're hauling around a 5.5-ton behemoth. But honestly, the acceleration on this thing isn't half bad. Turning wise, once you get to high speed, it turns a little slowly. If you're a fan like me that likes to drift, it takes a little bit of getting used to. Handling on the dirt road functions about the same as it would on the pavement. It's a little bit more slippery, but it doesn't impact the game in any crazy way. You don't have to adjust your driving all that much. Once you get drifting down, it should look a little something like this. It's smooth all the way to the road, and you retain a lot of your speed, and you're all good to go. Let's take a look at what a chase would look like in the Dominator 3. Right here we got a tornado. It looks pretty good. We're just going to go ahead and line ourselves up. And once we get to a spot we're comfortable with, hold on, let's see if this thing is... Nope, we got to go a little bit more north. Lining ourselves up, kind of check again. One thing I did forget to mention is that the Dominator does not get data on its own. Right now, it doesn't add a multiplier or add any additional data. Only the probe at the moment. So right here, I'm pretty comfortable with my position. I'm going to wait a second, place it down, jump out, and immediately place my probe. And then once it's finished, I'm going to immediately turn around and get back in my car so I avoid getting tossed and killed. But here, I overshot it by a tiny bit, but we were still able to get a pretty gnarly probe off. And we were safe and protected from these insane winds because of our Dominator 3. This thing takes about a crazy shift north right after it passes over that dirt road. And once it's safe, I'm taking a look at the anemometer to make sure that we are below that 90 mile per hour threshold. I probably jumped the gun a tiny bit early there, but I knew that the tornado was moving far away from me pretty quickly. So once it said 100, I gave it a couple seconds and then hopped out so that we can go ahead and chase this thing some more. Let's take a look at what it might look like if we decide not to anchor, or we were otherwise unable to anchor before we were in the tornado's danger zone. So here I pulled up to this thing and was playing it too loose, stopped, tried to anchor. Its vehicle must be stopped, like he said. It must be stopped for a second, and you can see we start to get rolled. And once we get close enough to this thing, we get tossed. This thing will get tossed, I think, a little bit more easily than it should, honestly. 113 miles an hour should not be able to lift this behemoth, but once you hit the ground, you are obviously dead. Once you get the hang of it, you should be able to nail intercepts like this and rack up an insane amount of points for your future chases.
I mean, you can see how slow it's moving right now.
Yeah, it is moving quite slow.
On the next, like, 6 roads.
Okay, that works too.
Yo, and it's over me. Hey, yo. That's what you think.
Oh my god.
Balls.
Get your ass back in that car. Look at the probe. It's the fucking 9,000 on the screen. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Instant 9,000.
Oh, it's getting big. This is as close to a wedge as you're gonna get in this game so far.
Oh, leave me alone. Don't pick me up. Don't pick me up. God fucking damn it. Holy shit. I'm alive. I definitely shouldn't be. I stepped into my car and it was already going at 200 miles an hour, basically. It jumped immediately to 15. Oh, it's right above me. I'm in the middle of it.
I saw a car drive into the tornado and get sucked up.
I am in the middle of this thing. Shit.
Don't tell me you died.
Nope, I'm good. Ain't no way I died at this thing twice. Alright, leave me alone. And that is everything you need to know about the Dominator 3 before buying it. If you enjoyed or learned something, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and comment your favorite part or what video you'd like to see next. Till next time, Dieg out.